kind of a weird situation. Got my light on so you can kind of see me better. I'll turn this off. So, reason why I'm basically doing this particular video is I haven't been doing a lot of videos. I kind of neglected my subscribers, and I did a video recently after a few months of not actually doing any videos. So this is a really quick one. Basically on my way to the store to get something to eat because the brother is hungry. Okay? I'm sitting there watching YouTube and I'm thinking, I'm watching all these YouTube channels and stuff like that about rideshare and other stuff that I'm looking at. And I'm like, man, let me go get something to eat and let me do a video. Now with the video, what I want to talk about is ratings. Really quick, like, I know a lot of drivers that have bad ratings, great ratings, whatever. I would say whatever works for you, keep doing it. But I'm not one of those kind of guys. I have a 4.8 now. I just had a 4.9. It just dropped. So this is the reason why I'm really talking about it, because your rating can go up and down so quickly. You know what I'm saying? Not really with Uber per se. It can go down quickly, but it takes a while for it to go back up. Now with Lyft, since it's based off of 100 rides, it can go up pretty quick. So all you need to do is pretty much get another 100 rides in from that last one you had bad, and it'll go up dramatically. Now, do whatever you've been doing. As if you're doing great with your rating, do whatever you've been doing that's working. Don't change, okay? But if you're doing something and you're getting bad ratings, you gotta change. A lot of drivers, especially drivers that's been doing it for a while, the problem with them is they don't like to change, and they whatever their ways are, they want to continue to be that way. Now, a few things about me is I'm a strict driver, really strict. But I know I got this one thing that I know that helps. It's just keeping a cool and calm head. Like, cause certain times passengers get in your car and they really tick you off. But just getting through that ride without cussing them out will help you out greatly. Because a passenger may get in your car and rub you the wrong way as soon as they enter the vehicle. Like, I done had a guy, it's snowing outside. Before he gets in the car, he does a little tap on the side of my car with his boots. And in my head, I'm thinking, just get in the car. What are you tapping on my car for with your big old lug boots or whatever you wearing? Like, you gonna mess my car up doing that. Like, but see, what you gotta understand is sometimes people don't think the way you're thinking, so they're not thinking that's a bad thing sometimes. So like in his case, in his head, he thinking he's doing the right thing by not tracking all this snow into my car. Maybe he does that when he get in and out his own vehicle. Okay, so if I'm like blow up on the guy and say, "Hey, bro, what you doing?" You know what I'm saying? He gonna give you a 1 star. Now I got one rule. If I ever have to check somebody from the beginning of the ride, that's it. The ride is over with. I don't take the ride, because you got to remember, once they get in the car, you're at the mercy of this customer now. So whatever they decide to write about you, they can do now. But if you don't take the ride, you hold all the powers. You hold all the chips, because you can easily be like, "Bro, this ride is over with. Get out." Okay? And I can tell you right now, unless you really, really go overboard with this passenger, they rarely report you if they got to go through all the extra changes to do so. Okay? That's the reason why passengers like this service, is because it's so convenient for them. All they do is touch a button, car come. It's just easy. And once you done got so lazy to the fact that it's that easy to report you, that's a little bit harder. Because you got to actually go into the app, hit help, and go to the help, and then there's a whole bunch of different options. That's, that kind of just defeated the purpose of it being so convenient, okay, to them. Like in this day and age, convenient is just touching a button, it's done. You ain't got to worry about it. If they can hit a button, dinner is done. You know, some magically way the dinner just got cooked and now it's on the table. That will be the bomb. Okay, it would sell if it was an ideal that could somehow make it work just like that or similar, where you touch a button, food is there on the table. That would be killer. Okay, so you gotta understand, being cool, calm, and collective will help you greatly with your rating. Okay, now I'm not sitting here saying I'm a 5.0 or nothing like that. I was just a 4.9 on Lyft. Okay, now on Uber I am a 4.8. Okay, now I'm not like sitting here telling you I'm the highest rated driver. Mine bounced from 4.7s, low 7s to 4.8s, and then I get to 4.9 and I come right back down to earth. You know what I'm saying? Because I am strict. Because I don't allow teenagers to get in my car. If first of all, the first sign for me of a teenager is you get a ping during like school hours and it says some high school. Like, don't go and pick that up. That's a high school kid. Like, why would you even, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you like me and you're gonna follow the rules, why would you even go pick them up? I mean, if you are picking up teenagers, I'm gonna tell you right now, you are going to do yourself an injustice, okay? Because all that teenager has to say is that person looked at me wrong, and it's a done deal. You're done deal. You're a sexual predator, okay? Just because someone said you was, okay? You got to remember the power that these little kids have over you right now, because if a kid breaks something in your car, well, they wasn't supposed to be there. So you want Uber to pay for that phone charger or whatever? Guess not. Guess what? They wasn't supposed to be there. I mean, it's so wrong to be taking money from a kid anyway. Like, come on, man. Don't do that. So you got to understand, like, I get people, like, it's areas, I'm pretty sure in every city is something like this. It's certain places where certain cities where just people just don't want to act right, right? And these are typically the places where you can make a lot of money at too. It's not like, bad neighborhoods we're talking about. We're talking about good neighborhoods where the people use the service a lot, but they don't want to act right. Like, it's a place called Lakewood here. A lot of business there. A lot of traffic can be done there, right? A lot of money can be made there, right? But every time you go pick up a passenger, they got 5 people, 6 people trying to pile in your car. And most of the drivers will do it. And every now and again, you get a few drivers like myself that say, whoa, how many people you got? Oh, we have 6, man. Nah, you can't do that. Oh, I'll tip you. No, never do that. Never take a tip. Don't ever jeopardize your safety, the passenger safety, and hell, your livelihood for anybody. Like, that just don't make no sense, because if you get in a car accident with these people, you're done deal. You think your insurance companies are going to pay for you having too many passengers? Your insurance company wouldn't do that if you wasn't doing rideshare, okay? Imagine if it was just your family members and you had too many people in the car. You think they're going to pay for that? So don't do it, because an accident can happen out of nowhere where you're not even doing nothing wrong. Somebody come out the street, burn down the street, and hit you, and you got too many passengers. Somebody get hurt. Now they get to sue you, okay? And you best believe these passengers will sue your ass if they get a chance to, okay? So don't, you know what I mean? Just don't. There's just certain stuff you don't want to do. So how you would handle that when you get too many passengers? Don't start the trip. You tell them from the get-go. What I do is, as soon as they get to the car, first of all, what I do is I already have my doors locked anyway, because my doors automatically locked after I take off. So I keep my doors locked at all times. When I pull up, I don't unlock my doors until I see my passenger and they come into the door. Okay, so I'm looking at my passenger. I'm looking at the hands. See what they got in their hands, because I'm looking for, liquor, alcohol, weapons, anything that can potentially hurt me or jeopardize my safety. I'm looking at their hands, okay? I don't allow people to drink any items in my car. So, like I said, I'm strict. And a lot of drivers I know will allow people to get in the car and and chew tobacco, and you know what I'm saying, drink coffee and all this, and that all that can cause an issue, because if somebody chews tobacco and now all of a sudden you got white seats, and the next morning you don't know until the next morning you see tobacco on your seats, but you allowed them to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or you let them drink that orange juice back there. Now he dropped some orange juice, some coffee, or whatever. Is a certain, you gotta understand, like, if you don't want to have to deal with these things, you have to eliminate them before they get in your car. So you have to be very, 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 very understanding of how things can work real quick, how things can escalate real quick. Like, if you see them get in the car with coffee, you let them know, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and drink your coffee, man, before you get in. Okay? They may get mad at you for that. Okay? But you gotta let them know, like, listen, I don't allow drinking in my car, okay? Or you can, now that right there will typically get you a 1-star. They'll take the ride, take the 1-star. But what I do is if they come to my car and they got coffee or whatever, you got people coming to your car with babies that don't have booster seats and whatever, I let them know from the get-go. And what I do is, anytime I see something that's out of place, that's against Lyft's policy or even Uber's policy, which I don't use Uber as much, but you know, any policies that may need to be adhered or law, as I see them approaching the car, I make sure my doors are locked, even though they should be. I always make sure, so I don't allow them access to my vehicle, right? So then I roll the window down and I ask them whatever question that I need to ask them. So if it's a situation with the person having underage children, so you got to check the laws in your state. In my law, the child is 7 or under needs some kind of child seat. You know what I'm saying? And it is some different stipulations about weight, height, and stuff like that. But I just get basic with it. I ask them, hey, listen, how old is the child? And they'll be honest, because they don't know why you asking that question, so they're not gonna sit there and lie to you. And then most parents don't even know the law. You know, they get in and out of cars with babies all the time that need child seats, but they don't know until they get pulled over with a cop telling them, hey, listen, you got to get a ticket here because you don't have a child seat. And then they get in your car, act like they don't know nothing, right? So what I do is I lock the door, I roll the window down, I say, listen, how old is your daughter? Oh, she's 6. Ah, yeah. I let them know, listen, you got to have a child, you got a booster seat? Always assume they got one, you know what I'm saying? So what I would say is, oh, you got a booster seat, right? Oh, no, I don't got one of those. Oh, man, well, I can't take you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's against the law. That's against Lyft's policy, terms of use, and blah, blah, blah. And then they'll be mad at you, but guess what? You did not start the trip, so they can't rate you, and that doesn't affect your rating, okay? So remember, don't start the trip. That'll help you with some of your ratings. Being cool, calm, and collective will help you as well, because sometimes, a lot of drivers make issues bigger than what they really are. And then number 3, if it's an issue that's far greater than what you can actually cope with, just put them out your car. Now that's going to hurt your rating, but why continue with this ride? And to me, I feel I'll take a 1-star if I can get something from it. Because I had a guy one time, it was a 4-minute ride. He started talking about the camera and how it was illegal for me to video record and all this. And I'm like, listen, sir, first and foremost, you're in my car. And I'm driving people around all day that I do not know. You are strangers to me. With all due respect, I need something to protect me. I'm not allowed to carry any pepper spray or weapon. So what else can I have? I have a camera. So if you have an issue with the camera, then that lets me know that you have something that you may be hiding or you want to do. Okay? And he ended up knocking down my tablet in the car or whatever. 4-minute ride. We got probably 2 minutes into it. I put him out. In the code. Okay? Now, what I should have did. Okay, because that's what I did in results to what he did. Now that was obvious. Obviously, somebody punch or break something in your car, you're gonna do what you got to do. Okay, but what I should have did, as soon as a rider to me starts talking about my camera and how it was against the law, I give him an ultimatum, but my end game is to put him out my car. Okay, listen to me now. Now stay with me. What I do is, they start talking about the camera. Hey, that's against the law to have a camera, blah, blah, blah. Well, listen. I try to reason with them. Listen, sir, it's for my protection. But that's against the law. Now, I can go into the law for you a little bit after I get this point across. Because I don't, law is the law, whatever, and obviously you need to know that point. Okay. Well, listen, it's for my safety. Well, that's against the law. I'm like, well, listen, you got two choices, really. You can take the ride, or you don't have to take the ride. But when you get in this car, camera will be rolling because I need something to protect me from other riders. Not saying you, but I don't know you. I don't know the next passenger I'm going to pick up. So what's it going to be? And of course, they always going to say, take the ride. But what you do, you put them out. you pull over and say, you know what? This ain't going to work, man. Get out of my car, man. Get out of my car. Okay? Because they're going to give you a 1-star anyway. I get gratification by putting their ass out in the cold or in the steaming hot, whatever it is. Get your ass out and you walk. Okay? Or whatever you got to do. Now, the law in Ohio is whomever is instituting the video or audio recording, as long as they consent to it and it's not a hidden camera, it's completely legal. Okay, I even have a sign back there that says notice audio video recording is equipped with this vehicle, but it's not required. You don't need to do that. Okay, that's just extra precaution because you have people that say you need a sign, but you really don't need a sign. But I do that so that people will have no reasons to decide they want to take a shot at me. You know what I'm saying? So, because I'm trying to diffuse anything that may happen before it happens. So that's a good way to do it, because if people know they're on camera, the likelihood is they won't try anything. Now, people will still do stupid stuff, but this does kind of take away from the reasons behind that. Now, getting back to the rating part, and I'm gonna finish this off real quick here. Okay, a lot of the things you can do to prevent bad ratings is trying to basically look at the situation coming to you and get rid of it. Now, yes, this will cut into your income because you'll be refusing rides sometimes, and also this will sometimes hurt your cancellations. Okay. But like I said, you gotta manage that too, because you gotta be able to manage it. Now, I'm not saying you should be canceling every single ride that's coming to you, because every rider most likely won't give you that issue. You're not gonna get a crap ton of riders that just give you issues all day. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta issue warnings to riders too. You can't always say nah. Like today, I had a lady who had 2 small kids, no booster seat, and I told her, I say, listen, you got to have a booster seat next time. I gave like a warning, and I told Liv, don't ever connect. No, I don't want her ever again, because she not gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to do stuff, you know what I mean, just to get that money or whatever. But don't be the fool that take passengers where it's 5 people. Okay, and don't do the kid thing. That's just you asking for trouble. The baby's been in the back, that's asking for trouble. Okay, but I can't never see taking 5 passengers or underage kids like that. You're doing too much. Like the kids in the back, it has some really deep ramifications that can happen. But the bottom line is, if they ain't going far, you might be okay. Like I always say, how far are we going? And they like, we're going 3 minutes. I was like, cool. Because if we was going like 20 minutes away, that's a no-go. I'm not doing it because it just gives you more of an opportunity to get into some kind of mess. Not saying that 3 minutes you can't get into a car accident, but you know, it's just doing too much. The percentage just went up on something could happen, right? So, you know, basically, bottom line, try to, you know, be as nice as you can to passengers. You ain't gotta get bottled water. You ain't gotta do anything extra, but just have a car, clean car, and be there on time and be nice. Get them to their destination on time. That's really it. And even with the nice part, I mean, a lot of times I get they get in the car, I don't even say a word to them. You know, a lot of passengers, some passengers don't even want you to talk to them. Okay, truthfully, they just want to get the ride. They want you to shut the hell up. Because some passenger will give you a 1-star if you talk to them too much. So just fill your passenger out. Know what kind of passenger you got, and you'll be okay. I mean, all you gotta do is have a 4.7 for real. So it's not like you need to have a 4.8 or 4.9 to stay on. You just gotta maintain that 4.7 and you good. I mean, for a minute I was hanging around 4.76 for a while, and it's like I could never get off the schneid with that. And I was cool with that, you know what I mean? Because I was able to refuse certain riders that I didn't, you know, I thought was going to cause me an issue. You know what I'm saying? If somebody yell at me on the phone, that's a done deal. We don't do business like that, you know what I'm saying? You're going to come correct or you ain't going to come at all. So, with that being said, this is my video. Way longer than I wanted to. I'm going to go ahead and give me something to eat. This your boy Prime, and you already know. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. I'm out.